You've been lied to about exercise. Every doctor, every fitness magazine has told you the same thing. Walk more, get your steps in, 10,000 steps will keep you healthy. But here's what nobody wants you to know. A groundbreaking 2023 study from the University of Missouri found that adults over 60 who performed specific seated exercises showed 27% greater improvement in functional strength compared to those who only walked. 27%. That's the difference between lifting your grandchildren and struggling to get out of a chair. I'm Dr. Ava Clark, and walking is wonderful for cardiovascular health, but it does almost nothing for the muscle loss attacking your body after 60. This condition is sarcopenia. It steals 3 to 5% of your muscle mass every decade after 30. By 70, you may have lost 30% of your strength. Walking cannot stop this, but these 5-chair exercises can. Before we begin, comment below with your age and where you're watching from. We read every single comment. Now, let's start with number 5. Number 5. Seated calf raises. This simple movement targets the most underrated muscle group, your calves. They're responsible for the venous pump. Every contraction squeezes veins in your lower legs and pushes blood back toward your heart. Without strong calves, blood pools in your feet, leading to swelling, varicose veins, and dangerous blood clots. A 2021 study examined 140 seniors with circulation problems. Half performed seated calf raises 3 times weekly. After 12 weeks, the exercise group showed 41% improvement in venous return efficiency. Their ankles were less swollen, legs felt lighter, and risk factors for deep vein thrombosis dropped substantially. How to do it? Sit in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Press through the balls of your feet and lift your heels as high as possible. Hold for 2 seconds, feeling a strong squeeze in your lower legs. Lower slowly. Start with 15 repetitions. Work up to 3 sets of 25. Once easy, place a heavy book across your thighs for resistance. Perform every day, morning and evening. Number 4. Seated knee extensions. This targets your quadriceps, the large muscles on the front of your thighs that determine whether you can climb stairs, get out of a car, or stand from a toilet without assistance. Research from the University of Vermont found adults over 60 lose quadriceps strength at double the rate of younger adults. Those who didn't exercise lost 16% of thigh muscle mass over 5 years. Those who did seated knee extensions 3 times weekly gained 4%. How to do it? Sit tall, back pressed against backrest. Straighten one leg until your knee is completely extended, toes pointing towards ceiling. Hold for 3 seconds while squeezing your thigh muscle hard. Lower slowly over 4 seconds. Switch legs. Aim for 12 repetitions each side, 3 sets. The key is the squeeze at the top. Actively contract your quadriceps. Once easy, add ankle weights starting with 2 pounds. Number 3. Seated hip marches. Your hip flexors lift your thigh every time you take a step. When they weaken, you start shuffling instead of stepping, and your feet barely clear the ground. A 2022 Mayo Clinic study found hip flexor weakness was the single greatest predictor of fall risk. Participants with the weakest hip flexors were 4 times more likely to fall within the following year. How to do it? Sit on the front half of your chair, spine tall. Lift your right knee toward your chest as high as comfortable. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower slowly. Repeat with left leg. That's 1 repetition. Don't swing your legs, lift with pure muscular effort. Aim for 20 repetitions total, 3 sets with 1 minute rest between. To increase challenge, hold raised position for 5 seconds or add ankle weights. Number 2. Seated rows with resistance band. Everything you do requires pulling strength, opening doors, getting out of bed, carrying groceries. These actions depend on your back muscles, which prevent the hunched posture plaguing many older adults. When back muscles weaken, gravity wins. Your shoulders round forward, compressing your lungs and increasing fall risk. A 2021 study followed 300 seniors through a 6-month program. One group walked. The other performed seated rowing. The rowing group showed 8 degrees improvement in spinal posture. The walking group showed no change. Additionally, the rowing group reported 63% less upper back and neck pain. How to do it? You need a resistance band. Sit with feet flat, hip width apart. Loop the band around your feet soles, hold one end in each hand. Pull your elbows back, squeezing shoulder blades together like pinching a pencil between them. Hold for 2 seconds. Release slowly. Perform 15 repetitions, 3 sets. The last 3 repetitions should feel challenging. Number 1, sit to stand squats. If you only do one exercise for the rest of your life, this should be it. The sit to stand isn't just exercise, it's a diagnostic test for longevity. A famous study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found those who couldn't rise from sitting without using their hands were 5 to 6 times more likely to die during the study period. The sit to stand engages virtually every major muscle group simultaneously. Your quadriceps straighten knees, glutes extend hips, calves stabilize ankles, core maintains balance. No other exercise provides this comprehensive activation. The 2023 study mentioned at the beginning found adults over 65 who performed sit-to-stands 3 times weekly increased bone density by 19% in hips and femurs. The mechanical stress tells bones to lay down new tissue. How to do it? Start seated, feet flat, slightly wider than hip width. Cross arms over chest. Lean forward slightly, weight over feet. Stand up by pushing through heels. Rise until knees and hips are fully straight. Pause 1 second. Lower slowly back to chair over 4 seconds. Gently touch bottom to seat, but don't fully relax. Immediately begin next repetition. The key is slow descent. This eccentric phase is where most strength building happens. Start with 10 repetitions if you're a beginner. Work up to 3 sets of 15. Once manageable, hold a light weight against your chest. Perform every other day for muscle recovery. Within 4 weeks, everyday activities feel easier. Stairs won't wind you. Getting out of low sofas won't be a struggle. These 5 exercises represent what orthopedic surgeons wish every patient over 60 would do. Walking has its place for cardiovascular health, but if you want to maintain independence, avoid falls, preserve bone density, and keep muscles strong enough to enjoy life, you need targeted resistance training. The research is overwhelming. Seated exercises that challenge your muscles produce superior outcomes compared to walking alone. You don't need a gym membership, expensive equipment, or athletic ability. You just need a sturdy chair, perhaps a resistance band, and 15 minutes 3 times per week. That small time investment can add years of independent, active living to your life. Start with exercise 5 today. Master it over the next week, then add number 4. Progress through the list at your own pace. Your future self will thank you for the strength you built today. Which exercise are you most excited to try first? Have you been told walking is the only exercise you need after 60? Share your experiences in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe for more health tips for seniors over 60. Thanks for watching.